Hey guys, welcome back to a new video. Today we're going to be exploring every single type of Ender spell in Iron Spells spellbooks. For the Ender spell category, we have Shadow Walker Armor. They give a certain buff to all Ender spells and also give max mana. Here's what it looks like. Very cool. We're going to be using all of these spells and showing off each thing about them. The first spell we have is Counter Spell. Here's a description for it. Cancel the spell using a projectile. You can even unsummon other people's summons. Look, it's gone. Just straight up gone. Look, I hit the ice projectile and now it's gone. Best way to deal with Necromancer is dodge. The next spell we're going to be using is Dragon's Breath. This is another breath. This is a breath style spell where once you press it, it does a big spray of Ender Dragon particles. It leaves an effect behind that deals area damage. Very good for AoE attacks. The next spell we have is Evasion. Here we go. Look, you can hit me. I use it. Next spell we're going to use is Magic Arrow. Watch what damage. You pull back the arrow and you shoot it. It does a decent amount of damage. The next spell is Magic Missile, which is a small little ball of magic that does okay damage. Next is Starfall. Target the ground and a bunch of magic missiles drop from the sky. It's a massive AoE attack. The next spell is Teleport. It's a straight teleportation spell that is very easy to use. The next spell is Ender Chest. Summon Ender Chest. Let's say I put Elytra in my Ender Chest. I come over here, use the spell. I have access to my Ender Chest. I don't have to place down another Ender Chest, I can just use it. The next spell we're going to use is Summon Swords. It's another summoning spell, which I can use to summon swords that can fight for me. Look at that, it does so much damage. And just like before, you can use the spell again to unsummon them. The next spell we're going to use is Shadow Slash. Once you use it, it's a big slash in front. It does a lot of damage. The next spell is Echoing Strikes. When you use it, you get an effect. Echoing Strikes free. Whenever you hit somebody, it gives a small little explosion boom. Ender Boom that causes some stunning effect. The next spell is Portal. I can place a portal here. I can use the spell again, go somewhere else, and do it again. Now I have a portal connected. Wow. Go back forth. I gotta give a second. The final spell is the spell Recall. If you have your spawn point set in a certain area, let's say you want to go back to where your spawn point is. If you do this spell, it takes you back to your spawn point. It's very quick and has a 5-minute cooldown. For this ranking, I'm going to put Ender spells in 5th place. Very convenient spells. Power is very high. Mana cost is a big issue though. Especially in the early game, mana cost can be very limiting. But for the end game, using Ender is one of the most overpowered spell types you can use. Anyways, that's my ranking, and see you next time.